Hey guys, gentlemen, Shuckle here. So this is going to be my first shiny hunting video. To start off with, I just thought I would run through what my set is on the Pokemon I use to shiny hunt. I use a Smeargle, mainly because it is very easy to set up. You can pretty much put any move that you feel like on it, and it is probably the most versatile Pokemon in the game. So to start off with, as everyone should have on their Pokemon that they're using for shiny hunting, I have False Swipe. Pretty straightforward. This move leaves your Pokemon with 1 HP, can never faint your Pokemon, so obviously a very important move to carry on any Pokemon that you're going to be using for shiny hunting. I also carry Revelation Dance. Revelation Dance is mainly carried because I like it with the number of PP that it's got. It is a decent stab move, 90 base power. I also carry Recycle. That's mainly because my Smeargle's held item is a Leper Berry. Leper Berries are very useful for shiny hunting because once one of your moves runs out of PP, it refills it by 10 PP, and Recycle obviously lets you restore that berry. I also carry Soak because when I originally designed and built this Smeargle, I was going after Ghost type Pokemon. So Soak is a very important move for that. It will change that the target's type to water, which would allow you to hit Ghost types with normal type moves. It's also handy if you are fighting Pokemon that do have a resistance to normal type moves. Obviously with a Smeargle you could carry other ones, but then you lose the stab and a couple of other things as well. My Smeargle as well runs Moody as its ability. So with Moody, because shiny hunting and chaining takes a very long time, it is very useful to have Moody on there, which obviously bumps up one stat each turn. It does obviously also lower another stat, but when you're trying to shiny hunt Pokemon that have have moves that drop your accuracy and other things like that, this is very, very useful. Also means that some of the Pokemon that when you first start off shiny hunting them, if you can't drop their stats or kill them in one go, even with a level 100, it will allow you to be doing that after a few turns of Moody boosts. So as you can see from the screen, I am shiny hunting a Bonsweet today. I am in Lush Jungle in the western part of it. There is a 40% encounter rate for Bonsweet in this section of the Lush Jungle, so with any luck we will find one pretty quickly, and we get it first find. So that is officially the first encounter for the first ever shiny hunting video. So I'll run through some very, very basic mechanics on what you need to do. You need to drop the target Pokemon that you're going to be using down to as low as HP as possible. Again, why I carry False Swipe. It gets it down to 1. The lower the HP is, the more likely it is to call for help. Also, to help with this, what you need to do is you need to go get some Adrenaline Orbs. Adrenaline Orbs will increase the chances that the target Pokemon will actually call for help, which it is doing right now. With these videos, obviously shiny hunting does take a very long time. There is usually quite a number of encounters that do need to happen, so I will probably be editing it in a fairly weird way. So you'll probably see the beginning of the video when I first start, and then you will probably come in a few minutes towards the end. So I don't know if it will be a very long video or anything like that. It may be 10 minutes, 15 minutes or so. My plan is to upload the entire videos at some point, but I'm still waiting for my YouTube verification so I can upload videos longer than 15 minutes at this stage. With this, as you can see, the Bonsweet didn't call for help this turn. I really don't want to use any of the PP up on my move, so what you can do, you can go throw an Adrenaline Orb, you can go use a Antidote, you can go use anything that will have no effect. That will burn the turn for you, and it will not use your items. So that is pretty handy to use up turns in a like a chain, like shiny hunting, that sort of stuff. What I will do as well, while I am coming through and just setting this all up, I'll just run through some basic stats and figures and stuff for you. So I'm not sure if you guys are interested in it or anything like that, but it does come in handy to know these sort of things. So, chain length for perfect IVs. If you're how am I going to phrase this? The best chance that you've got for the most number of IVs guaranteed to be 31 is a chain length between 30 to 255. That gives you guaranteed 4 perfect IVs. Like with those perfect IVs, if you're chasing hidden abilities, between that chain length of 30 to 255, that gives you the highest chance of finding a Pokemon with the hidden ability. The highest chance that you can get in the game is 15%. So if you're chasing hidden ability Pokemon, it can still take you quite a bit of time, even if you are doing Soz chaining and that sort of thing. Now, next, probably the most important out of all of them is the shiny chance. So between a chain length of 70 to 255, that gives you a 1 in 1024 chance of encountering a shiny Pokemon. That is without the shiny charm. This method of shiny hunting is also shiny charm affected, but that's obviously a quarter of what the normal figures are, which is between 1 and 4096. If you do have the shiny charm, you will increase your chances from that 1 to 1024 to 1 to 683. That is again only between the chain length of 70 to 255. If you break the chain, so breaking the chain is something very important not to do, as I'm sure that you guys are already aware of if you do some shiny hunting and that sort of stuff. The things that will break the chain are fleeing from the battle, obviously, the caller fainting without an ally being present. So if, for example, I attack the Bond Suite here on the right, and there's no Bond Suite here on the left, so you just kill the last Pokemon, again, breaks your chain. And also the caller fainting when the ally Pokemon is a call rate of 0. So there are some Pokemon that do not call for help. Just remember that. There's also some Pokemon that call for help very, very, very slowly. For example, Bruxfish. I've got a shiny of that, which I caught, and that took 3 or 4 hours, and I think it only got me up to about 45 encounters. So there are things that there are Pokemon out there that do not like having friends. Just the next thing that I will list off is with this method, I like swapping the Pokemon over about every 10 or 15 turns, or once the Pokemon consistently does not call for help. So I've found that it will take there will be a chance that this Bond Suite will just stop calling for help, or it will reduce the time that it actually calls for help quite drastically. So like what it's doing at the moment. Also, you may have noticed that I do have the battle animations turned off. That's just because it makes the turns go quicker, and obviously with shiny hunting, the quicker you get through it, the better. I usually do it while watching TV, that sort of stuff. I have broken many a chain by not paying attention, killing the only Pokemon that's on the field, that sort of stuff. But it's unfortunately one of those things, unless you can devote and sit there with no distractions for the entire time, the light, you're going to break the chain pretty much. Anyway, so what we're up to 7 encounters. I'm just going to swap the Pokemon over. It's probably been about 10-12 turns now. My original Bond Suite was not being very nice at calling for help. So I'm just going to set it back up again with the second one. Let's see if it actually brings something in. No. So I'll just false swipe this one down. Alright, there we go. So, yeah, I'll come back in hopefully with not too long to go before we have our lovely little shiny Bond Suite. Thanks, guys. Hey guys, just hit 30 encounters, so we are getting there. So I'm really hoping that this isn't going to be one of my longer ones to track down this Bond Suite. So yeah, just thought I'd give you a quick update. 30 encounters, still cruising through strongly. Cool, so I'll come back to you again a little bit later. Thanks. Just hit 61 encounters. We're getting really close to that magical 70 number, which I like. I'll come back to you again once we get to that that probably 70 or 80 point, or if we find the shiny before that. Woo! Just got it. Look at that sparkle. Alright, here comes the difficult part. Not stuffing up and killing it. So, what I'm going to do, make sure I target the one on the left hand side. Alright. Look at that. Pretty shiny sitting there right on screen. Okay. I think I might just throw Pokeballs at it. What do we want? I think a heal ball. Kind of goes with the same colour scheme. With any luck, it goes straight in there. And oh, come on. Let's go again. I know I could just weaken it, but it's just going to increase the chances, and it's going to call for help. So we'll go just for a straight out. Throw a Pokeball at it. Doesn't look like it's going to work. Alright. Let's go for the false swipe. With any luck, it doesn't call for help, and we can turf a... come on. Yeah, so 161 calls, so 161 encounters to get it. So not too bad on this one. Come on. There we go. Alright, so Bond Sweet evolves into a more physical attacker, so we want a fairly decent nature. So what do we want? I want something that doesn't decrease speed because it's fairly slow. You need to chuck a scarf on it. So maybe naughty adamant would be the best, obviously, or lonely would be probably the better ones. I won't nickname it. Let's see. Can we see it in here? Quiet. So it's got a special attack buff and decrease in speed. That sucks. And it is oblivious. Anyway, that is pretty much as simple as it is. It's a bit grindy, it is a bit time consuming and that sort of thing, but that is what you do. So if you enjoyed the video, please give it a like, and if you haven't already, subscribed, and that will be me done on this shiny hunting video. See you next time.